Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dinosaur Island. Today's episode starts out with this Parasaurolophus feeding on this large bush. However, it's being hunted by the Carnotaurus twins. Carnotaurus twins accidentally run into each other. Parasaurolophus decides to run into the bushes. Eventually, the Parasaurolophus comes out into a little open area. Parasaurolophus thinks it can rest here. Boy, is it wrong. This is no ordinary Carnotaurus. This is Demon, the Carnotaurus. For some reason, this Carnotaurus seems to be extremely strong. At least as strong as a T-Rex. Which is kind of weird. Which is also probably the reason why, when he headbutted this Parasaurolophus, blood was sent everywhere. Meanwhile, Mitchell. We haven't seen him in a few months. This is amazing that we're finally seeing this guy again. After he was sent down the river, we haven't been able to find him for quite a while. And now we have. This is good. And we need to find a way to redirect him to Bloodtooth and Maisie. Unfortunately, Mitchell has found himself in the territory of some of the strongest predators on the island. Chain, Yui, and Vader. This is their territory, and with a big carnivore like Mitchell around, they aren't having any of this, and they decide to attack him to get him out. Mitchell is a somewhat small Tyrannosaur, but still lethal. If one of these guys mess up, it could be their death. Already, a bit of blood has been drawn. Mitchell now knows this is a serious fight, and he goes back for an attack. More blood has been drawn. Mitchell now has to focus, or things could get bad. That tail swipe Mitchell did to Yui gave her a really bad concussion, and causing a little bit of bleeding, which is not good at all. This could result in brain damage. A really bad bite has been delivered to Vader's back. He could be paralyzed from this, but he seems to be moving fine for now. Chain has knocked over Mitchell to save his friend. Chain steps back. not wanting to die, but wants to avenge his friends. He decides to go for the attack. Chain landed on his back. He started coughing up blood. This might be the end for this pack, but Chain isn't gonna let it end like this. Chain may not be able to fight, but he can sure try and scare Mitchell off by using his tail. It's a desperate attempt, but it's the last one he has. Fortunately for Chain, it's not working, and Mitchell decides to go for the kill. Yui decides to go for another attack, but then he realizes that this is the same Rex he helped whenever the twin Carnotauruses attacked him in Longclaw. He bows down to show his affection towards Mitchell for trying to save them. Mitchell realizes that this is the same Eukarya he met a while back, decides to bow as well, sign his respect for protecting Maisie. Vader gets up, ready to attack again, but Yui stops him, letting him know that this is an ally, not a foe. Mitchell realizes he's in the wrong and decides to leave these guys alone. He leaves their territory, not wanting to cause any more harm for him and the others. On the complete other side of the island, we see the Giganotosaurus family, consisting of Grisha, Youngclaw, and Gabby. This is their original nesting site as well. Last time we saw the Giganotosaurus family was whenever Gabby was still healing, and now she's fully healed. After that attack from Slicer, and the second attack from Slicer, the family has been doing quite well, especially Grisha. But unfortunately, he is getting quite old, being the oldest in the group. Gabby can still be concerned every now and then because she does smell some large carnivore, specifically a T-Rex. So it could be any of ours, but we have no idea. The ground starts to shake. Grisha is concerned, doesn't know what it could be. An earthquake, maybe? They think it's an earthquake until Youngclaw looks behind them and is shocked. It's a stampede! The stampede has a Brachiosaurus, Dreadnoughtus, Mamenchisaurus, Diplodocus, many others as well, running into the forest. He runs towards it to protect his family. Youngclaw decides to get his mom away before the stampede can get to him. He runs over to the Brachiosaurus, biting its leg, causing him to fall. Brachiosaurus gets up and runs the other way. But the other sauropods aren't stopping. Grisha barely dodges the Mamenchisaurus. The same can't be said about the Diplodocus. Grisha's ankle has been broken from the Diplodocus. He tries to get up, but can't. Seeing all the other herbivores coming in, he has to get up now before he gets trampled. He gains enough strength to get up and limp his way out of the way. Got out of the way before the rest of these herbivores could trample them. Young Claw greets his father as he gets out of the jungle, happy that he's alive, as well as Gabby, embracing her mate. The only question the Giganotosaurus family has now is, what caused the stampede? Shadow Rex did, laughing hysterically at Grisha's pain. This is exactly what Gabby was worried about. Shadow Rex stopped laughing. Now he's serious. Gabby has taken a large blow, and so has Young Claw. Gabby tries to get up, and so does Young Claw. But after being thrown on his back like that, it knocks the breath out of him. Grisha looks up and sees Shadow Rex. Grisha has been killed. Young Claw gets up and decides to finally attack. Gabby also manages to pull herself together and get up, and decides to also attack Shadow Rex. Actually managing to bite onto the Shadow Rex, she bites so hard, her teeth begin to sink into his skin. Shadow Rex is drawing blood. He gets up though. Shadow Rex gets up and looks at what he's done. He's killed a Giganotosaurus and has bitten onto the tail of another, and is successfully able to knock one on its back twice. Shadow Rex is proud of what he's done. Although he did get one injury, it's not going to stop him. He decides to leave. Thank you for watching this episode of Dinosaur Island.